Hello ice cream fans, it's Branches Soft Serve here. Today I'm going to make 2 pumpkin rolls. And I'm going to show you step by step, okay? So you can follow along with me. Alright, and so we're making 2, so I have to double the recipe. So you need 6 eggs. You need 2 cups of sugar. 1.5 cups of flour. Vanilla extract, cinnamon, pumpkin puree, and then for the icing you need a stick of butter and a 2-pack of cream cheese, 2 packs of cream cheese. I use Philadelphia with vanilla extract, and that's basically the recipe, and I'm going to show you step by step, okay? Alright, let's get to it. Okay, I'm back. And I forgot the powdered sugar for the cream cheese icing. So this is what you get for the cream cheese icing. I'll say the list again for the cream cheese icing. I use 2 packs of cream cheese, vanilla extract, 1 stick of butter, and powdered sugar. So you probably were confused about that. I'm sorry. So there you go. And now when I get back, I'm going to show you what I do with the pumpkin roll. Okay, ice cream fans, I'm back. So I cracked 6 eggs, and now they're in the bowl, ready to be mixed together with an electric mixer for 5 minutes. Okay, so when I come back, I'll show you it's the first setting, so low, and then you go high at the last minute to get it the full whipping. You want to get air in those eggs because you want that the pumpkin roll to be nice and fluffy and have air in it. So it's really good. So I'll show you. So it's just one setting, just that speed, and do it for 5 minutes. And the last minute, you turn it up to medium speed, okay? I'll be right back, okay? I'll show you when the end product. Alright, we're back. It's still on low speed. See how many bubbles it is? That means there's air getting whipped into those eggs. Okay? And then I'm going to show you what I do. So, the last minute something's coming. I have a timer on it. So this is a low speed. Just go around and around. See all those bubbles? The air is going to whip into those eggs. Alright, I'm going to put it on medium. It beeped. You probably couldn't hear, so it was loud. Alright, so we whipped up the eggs, the 6 eggs. So now we're going to the next step. Now this is the sugar and pumpkin. So you alternate it. And I'm going to use a whole can of pumpkin because I'm going to do 2 pumpkin rolls. And then for the sugar, it's going to be 2 cups of sugar. Alright, so let's see. Let me see if I can do this. Slowly. And I have a rubber spatula to scrape down the sides. So you alternate. So I'm going to use about, to start off with, I'm going to use for the pumpkin, I'm going to do like, so you're alternating. So I'm going to do this in 4 sections. So we're going to do pumpkin, then sugar, then pumpkin, then sugar. Just like that. I'll show you what I'm going to do, okay? One moment. Okay, we're back. I put a scoop of pumpkin puree in the egg mixture. I haven't stirred it up yet. And we got our sugar. So it's a cup of sugar right now. I'm going to show you. I'm going to put a little bit in there. Whoops. Just like that. And then we're going to start blending on low speed. You want that sugar to be well incorporated. You don't want it grainy. You want it to dissolve in this egg mixture. You want it all blended nice and smooth. No lumps. So take your time and do this. Okay? You want everything to be nice and smooth. It doesn't really matter the way you alternate it. It could be sugar, pumpkin, or pumpkin, sugar. It doesn't matter because it's all mixed together at the same time. Just alternate it. Get it all mixed in good. Creating air, because we want this to be light, fluffy, yummy. Air does that. Alright, let's start with the next portion. Whoops. Put it right in there. And then when I get back, I'm going to have the pumpkin in there, and then I'll show you how I stir it up. Okay, we're back. Okay, I put the pumpkin in there on top of the sugar. Now I'm going to use my rubber spatula to scrape down the sides. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right, let's mix this up. So you keep on doing this until it's all blended. I'll come back when I do all my steps like this, the alternation. So it's basically the same way, all right? You just want it to have it nice, smooth, no lumps. Okay? When I get back, I'll show you when I'm finished mixing this mixture, this pumpkin mixture. All right. Alright, I'll see you when I'm finished with this step. Hello ice cream fans, I'm finished mixing the pumpkin and sugar into the egg mixture. And I also, while I was away, I added 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract too. Okay, I like to put vanilla extract in my baked goods, so doesn't matter what flavor it is, there'll be some vanilla extract in there. Okay, next we're gonna do going to have the dry ingredients, the flour. So I use self-rising flour. So what I do is I put my flour in this pumpkin mixture, and then you add your cinnamon and mix it up. I'll show you step by step. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. Let's see. Here's 1 cup of flour right now. And remember, I said 1.5 cups, right? So what I'm going to do is, after I get this, I'm going to fill it up and show you that, and then it's going to be 1/2. Just a little bit at a time. Then you get your cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and you dump a lot in there. I love cinnamon. People are like, oh, it's too much. So this is probably, I like to eyeball it, but if you wanted to do this, you probably, what, 3 tablespoons. I love cinnamon. So, I'm going to turn it on to low and slowly get into that flour, because it's going to get everywhere if you don't. So how am I getting in the edges? Slowly mix. So you mix this all together, and then you add your flour and salt. Now, salt, I would put, table salt, sea salt, whatever you got. Just put a little bit in there. How much? About a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That'll really heighten the flavor and help it bake good. Put a little salt with the sweet. So 1/4 teaspoon. So when I get back, I'm going to have this all mixed together. Alright, I'm back. I finished mixing my flour, cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt all together. Mix the side, get the sides as you go. Push down the sides so you'll have all that in your mixture. Okay, and now it's time to bake. Now, this oven was preheated already. So while I was talking, it was already preheated to 375 degrees and Fahrenheit. So now it's been nice and hot, ready to go. So I'm going to show you what I do with my pans. I have 2 pans, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to line these pans for you and then bake. Hello, ice cream fans, we're back. So I'm going to show you how I line my pans. I got 2 pans here, and I got the parchment paper. So this is what I do so it doesn't stick and roll up on you. Because this parchment paper, let's see how it rolls up automatically, because it was in a roll. So what I do is I use Pam or some nonstick spray, and you spray it first. Spray all the sides. Good. Then you get your parchment paper. Put it right in there. I'll show you how I do it. You just push it in there, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, I'm back. I had to use 2 hands to flatten it out, but see, it sticks to the pan with that nonstick spray, the parchment paper. See, nice and flat. And then after that, you spray it again, because you do not want this to stick to you ever, 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 ever. You want your cake to come out easy, and you do not want any mistake, because you've made all this work and it sticks. No, that's a nightmare. And then you dust it with flour. So I'll show you. One moment. Okay, we're back. I got my flour, and I'm going to show you. You don't need much, but you just need enough to coat it. And then you use your use the pan to roll it around. See, just that much. And don't throw away this flour. What you do, we're going to do this. Use the same flour. So after you coat it real well, use the same flour for the next pan. And then you don't have too much waste. So you use your hand. Use 2 hands. And you roll it. And I'll show you when I'm finished. One moment. Alright, so I have my flour all coated evenly. You want a light coat. You don't want too much flour on it. Just enough so it won't stick. And you just knock it until the flour slides around, you know, to the sides. Like that. Until it's all coated. See? You're supposed to have 2 hands. Anyway, I'm going to show you the next. I'm going to show you how I do the other pan. I'll show you when I'm finished, because you already know what to do. All you do first, when you have your pan, you spray it with nonstick spray. And then you use your parchment paper and put it on the bottom and line it. And then you just tear the ends. If it's too high, just tear it off, because you don't need it. You just tear it off and then just have it flat on in there. Yep. So I'll show you when I'm finished with this. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm back. So what I did with this other pan, so I greased it, put the parchment paper down, and then I put more cooking spray on top of this parchment paper. And now I'm going to put that excess. Remember that excess we had? Don't just throw it away. Just dump it right into this other pan. Use this stuff, because this is good flour still. And then you roll it around, and then you're done. And then we can put our pumpkin roll cake in there. I'll show you that step too. Bye-bye. All right, I'm back. I portioned the pumpkin roll batter into 2 pans. Just like that. See? Alright, so you just eyeball it, and if you think one has more than another, you just take it out and put another one. And then you spread this evenly, and I'll show you after I spread it. After I spread this one, I'm going to put it directly in the oven for 15 minutes. And I would actually check it before 15 minutes, so maybe like 13 minutes or something like that, and see if it's done. And to know if you're done, you touch the middle, top, middle, and if it springs back, you just lightly tap, and then if it springs back when you touch, then it's done. If it doesn't spring back and you just have an indentation in your finger indentation in the cake, that means it's not done and it needs to cook a little longer. I'm going to spread this evenly, and I'll show you after I spread it. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, I'm back. I'm not finished. I just wanted to show you that you lightly spread it, because it's not a thick batter. You don't have a lot of batter. It's a very thin cake. So you want to be light and kind of work with it until it gets to the sides. You want it all the way to the end. Every end, you want it to be touching, because you want it to be long enough so you can be able to roll it and stuff. And also, it'll be more uniform when you roll it if it's to the end. If you don't have it to the end, sometimes it'll be kind of, I mean, it'll be fine, but it wouldn't be as pretty. So you want it to have it all the same size ends. It's easy to roll and it looks better. I'll come back when it's finished. There, please. Hello. Hi. So I'm going to show you. I got a helper with me, so I got my 2 hands back. Yay. So this will be easier for me to do. I'm going to show you how to spread this. So just lightly keep on working at it. You want it nice all the way to the end. And yeah, light. Take some time. And you don't want any bald spots. If you go too deep, because it's a thin batter, what happens is you have a bald spot, and you want this all to be uniform. See, bald spot right there. So you cover that over. So you want it all to be the same thickness. You want it all, it's thin, but you want it thin because you want to roll it and you want it to be flexible. So you don't want it too thick. And just keep on going. Oh, bald spot. Keep on going until you get to the end. You want it all the way to the end. You want it all to be uniform, the same size, straight sides, as good as possible, so it's easier to roll and looks better that way. I'll show you when I finish doing this, and then I'll come back and put it in the oven. Alright, I'm back. I spreaded it out. Now it's going to go in the oven. The oven is set preheated at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and it'll be baking at the middle rack for 15 minutes. And I would actually check it at 13 minutes and see if it's done, because it depends on your oven. Sometimes you have to go a little longer, sometimes you have to go a little shorter. So it depends on your oven heat, how it's setting. But so it's about 15 minutes to cook. And how to finish cooking, in the middle, you press it, lightly press. And then if your finger, it bounces back, the cake bounces back when you press it, then it's done. But if you press it and if you have a indentation in the cake, that means it's not done. So just check for that. So you don't have to stab it or anything, you just tap. And then you'll know. If it springs back, it's done. If it doesn't spring back, it's not done. And then so I'm going to put this in the oven, and I'll see you with the next one. Hello, we're back. I'm back. I came pans. I'm doing the next pan. The other pan's already in the oven, middle rack, not touching any of the sides, because you want it to always have. Because if you have your pan touching the oven, then that side will be hotter than the other. So you want it to have even circulation. So I'm spreading this, and then when I come back, I want to show you the finished out of the oven cake. So you'll see what I'm talking about with the cake springs back. The cake springs back when you tap, and then talk to you on the next one. All right, the pan is, open the pan, the cake, it smells so good. Let me press. It's coming back, it's done. See, there's no indentation. See, it springs back. I'm gonna take it out, and then we're gonna flip it into a towel with powdered sugar. I'll be right back. All right, so it's right out of the oven. We're gonna flip it hot. Flip it. 1, 2, 3. It's a mess. All right. Because you want it to be hot, because you want to roll it hot. You don't want it to cool. Gotta do this quick. so it'll be easy to mold. You want it to be warm and hot, so it'll be easy to get flexible. And then you take one end and you roll it. Now, roll it right into the towel. And I put a lot of powdered sugar down so it doesn't stick. Just like that. And let it cool. Now cool just like that. Alright, I'll show you when I get the other one out. Hello ice cream fans, here's the next towel, and we're covering it with powdered sugar. Put a lot on there so it won't stick. You do not want towel stuck to your cake. The other pumpkin roll cake is still in the oven. It'll be out soon. I just want to show you. So don't worry, just put it up there. Just get it smeared up there. It will not stick. You do not want towel in your cake. It's like a barrier too. This one's cooling. I'm gonna keep it cool. So it cools while it's bended. So it can be a roll. So if you rolled it while it was cold, it will be stiff. So you do it while it's still hot. So it won't crack. So as soon as you get this, when you roll out the oven, flip it onto your towel, your clean towel, covered in powdered sugar. Okay? And then you roll it. And I'll see you on the next. Hello ice cream fans, now I'm going to make my cream cheese icing. I used 2 packs of Philadelphia whole milk, whole fat cream cheese. And you know you get it from the box. And then 1 stick of butter. And they're both softened. I put them on the oven while it was warm. The warm oven on top of the stove. Warm, and then they just softened up real good. See how soft they are? So you want them softened so it's easy to mix. So we're going to mix it together. So good. I love cream cheese. I like cream cheese in my cream cheese icing. So I use a lot of cream cheese. So when I make it, I want to taste my cream cheese. I use 2 packs. And this recipe will be enough for both rolls. For both pumpkin rolls, you only have to make 1 of this. And it's enough. Plenty. I'm going to stop this for a second. And then we're going to scrape the sides. I'm going to stop. Alright, it's out of the oven. I'm going to check and see if it's done. See it springing back? No indentation. It's done. So now I'm going to flip it onto the, when I come back, you'll see it flipped and rolled. Alright, I'm back. I freshly baked the roll. Now I'm going to flip it onto the towel covered in powdered sugar. 1, 2, 3. There we go. It's still hot. So as soon as it's out of the oven, you want to flip it so it's nice and hot to mold, to roll it. Like I said before, you do not want this to be cool when you roll. It'll mess, it'll crack. You want it to be nice and moldable. There we go. Now we're going to roll it up. Take this side. And then you get this. And roll. Slowly roll it up. And because it's soft, it's easy to roll up. nice and flexible and hard and soft. There you go. And then you have that cool right there. Now we're gonna go to our cream cheese icing. I stopped before because it beat. The roll was done. So I'm gonna get that done. We're gonna whip this all together. I'm gonna scrape the sides. So this is this cream cheese and a stick of butter. This is 2 packs of cream cheese and a stick of butter. And they're both softened. See how easy it is to mix together? It's harder when it's cold. It won't mix easy. So that. And your vanilla extract. I love that vanilla. I'll put it right in there. I'll put it all in there. I love vanilla. And put the powdered sugar. So this is like a half a bag. Slowly put it in. Use your rubber spatula so it don't make a big puff or cloud, so it can stay in. Oops, no, I'm making a mess. So kind of be gentle. Okay. Go around and around and around, and keep on adding. Slowly add your cream cheese to your cream cheese mixture, the powdered sugar. Then I'll show you when it's done. You want to get it, see, right now, because the vanilla extract was dark, so it kind of made it a darker color. You can see how it's not really white cream cheese. So when you put this in here and you mix, you mix this about 5 minutes. It'll lighten up. Yeah. When you add the powdered sugar and you mix it, it'll be lighter and lighter because it's the white powdered sugar. So I'll show you when it's done. Alright, hello ice cream fans. I finished whipping this cream cheese. Look at it. It's yummy. It's a little lighter. Whipped it for 5 minutes. So I beat it on low to incorporate the powdered sugar into the cream cheese and butter and vanilla extract. And then, after it was kind of in there, then I put it on high and whipped it really good. See? It's nice and thick, beautiful, lighter. It's a little bit lighter. It's more whiter now. And for vanilla extract, it's